I want to show you guys something, and this is called bagel. The mode is not the problem, it's you. This was something I wrote like during my 12 exams. 12 exams in India is a big thing, but why did I wrote it and how will it help you to? You see, the bagel is a thing that will help you to get the same amount of progress as well as the toppers and as well as the so-called geniuses that you've seen, but in a easier way and in a lazy way. So what is the bagel? An easy was it's just the most laziest way, it's just the most easiest way that you could ever think of. It will save up your time, money, a lot of hard work. But I'm not telling you that you don't have to work hard, you have to work hard, but the amount of work out that it requires in order to succeed in this type of vehicle is very less. Okay, let's take an example of what is a vehicle. For example, you want to score an A in your so-called school work, exams, whatever you have. Now there are two type of people, or I can say three type of people. The ones are they will study every time, every day, and they will eventually literally read through the whole book and will read literally everything that you have. Now I'm not complaining that that is a bad way of that, or like that is not what you should do. But what I'm telling is that is the kind of people that you will meet. That is people number one that will work hard every time, every day, and they will literally do everything they could have in order to get the best out of it. Second thing is, the second type of people is the so-called lazy ones. The lazy ones, I'm not talking about my I'm talking about the other ones. Like you have seen them, they fail in school, they fail in everything. They are basically losers. They will skip their work, they will procrastinate every time, this and that. They will find an excuse in order to not do the work, and eventually they will ended up failing in their school grades, sports, whatever they had. Now let's talk about the third type of people. You see, they are a mixture of both, like the lazy ones and as well as the topper ones. How? You see, they are too lazy to in order to study every day and eventually the whole book, right? So they're trying to make their own way. Like, for example, they want to study for a test, but they don't want to ask the teacher this and that. What will happen? What are the important questions? This and that. What they will eventually do is they'll just call up the toppers and will say like, what are the important topics? What are the important marks that I should study about? Or the more easier way it will be is they will just watch a video about the topic that they are going to read at school today or at college lecture whatever they will just kind of like overview it. For example, this is a book. uh, I will just read through it some topics and just and or eventually I'll just watch a video about the topic that I'm going to read today. Eventually they will end up in the lecture, they will read through it again because they've seen the video, right? They've seen the video one time. They didn't understand what they were talking about in the video. Then eventually they will end up in the lecture. Then it will be the second time them learning it. Then eventually it will be easier for them to learn it again. And the third time they were reading it, eventually they will just read through it and they will get it. Now, I'm not saying that everyone will able to do it, but that's what I'm talking about, right? The laziest for the mixture of the laziest ones and the mixture of the toppers are the people who are kind of making their own way in order to save their time, save their energy, and in order to work less, right? Work less and get the achievement. They will not get the like 90 above this and that, blah blah blah. But they will eventually get good grades and without working too hard, right? How can you apply this in your life? The simplest thing you can do is take the two people. For example, you're in office, for example, you're in college, whatever you are. Pick up the two people, the topper ones, the hardworking ones, and the lazy ones. Mix them up. Mix up their characteristics, or what do you say, characters or personality traits. Just mix them up and eventually make that your own personality in whichever field you have, sports, studies, business, whatever you can and whatever you have to do. And why am I telling you to take that road and not be one of the hard workers? Eventually, hard workers are just too much for lazy people like us. Cause I'm one of them. Right? I'm too lazy in order to like uh, do this every day, blah, 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 blah. Do there everywhere and just work there every night, every day. And I'm not just too lazy in order to just get the feeling grades and just feel it my life too. Right? I want a balance. Create the balance. Mix up their personality traits and just make your own way. That's the vehicle for you. Make up your own vehicle. Choose your own path. Choose the easiest path for you. Easy is not like for weaklings. Easy is for the good people, for the smart people who are just willing to put some amount of efforts and get the some amount of results. Right? But if you want to go on full hardcore beast mode and want to get achieve everything, you can do it. That's your own way. I'm not telling you to not choose your own path. Choose your own path. Become one of the three people that I just mentioned. You could either be the lazy one who fail at everything, the loser. You can be the topper who work every day, the hard worker, or either you can be the smart one or the mixture of both. That's up to you. Right?